Hi, Jessie Nebulous here, and I'm going to be demonstrating how I use watercolor over graphite. And I apologize in advance if there are any strange noises in the background. It's semi-storming outside and my animals are acting up a little bit. So if you hear anything weird, I apologize. It's just the way it is, I can't help it. I cannot fix it. Anyway, I'm starting off by adding watercolor to the background, because generally in painting you should start with your backgrounds. I don't always, because I forget. It's something that I only learned somewhat recently, within the last few years. For a long time, for years and years, I did the background last, and it created problems. So going first with the background is actually helpful. And as you can see, my cat is creeping into shot there. Creeping into frame, there's Seamus. Old man Seamus, 14 years old, old kitty. He always wants to get involved when I'm doing art. He likes to stand on my art. Pretty soon I have to push him away because he tries to lay on it. So, yep, there he goes, and bye-bye, kitty. And I'm adding color to the eyes. I believe that I went a little too dark with the eye color. It's a great color, but the problem with it is when you're trying to do this technique, you still want to be able to see the graphite details underneath. So you have to have a nice translucent light wash of color. So you have to go light with your colors to get this effect properly done. And you also have to be very gentle when you're adding the watercolor, because if you're too rough, you will disturb the graphite and it will get very smudgy, which at one point that does happen in this demonstration, and I'll point it out when it happens. And it's unfortunate, but it's a good teaching moment. So as you can see, I used a hairdryer to speed things up, because you have to let watercolor dry between layers. You simply have to. If you try to apply one layer against another that's still wet, you'll get bleeding. And unless you want that effect, I mean, sometimes it's nice to have bleeding with watercolors. But if you're attempting to do nice, crisp, clean, differentiated areas of color, you need to let each layer dry first. It's imperative. And if you're an impatient bitch like I am, a good way to deal with that is to use a hairdryer. Even though you can see there is some warping starting on the paper. That's unfortunate. It is mixed media paper by Canson, which is pretty good paper, but if you add too much watercolor, it does start to warp. And since this is in my sketchbook, I can't just take it off and tape it down, which is a good way to help avoid warping. If you do have a problem with that, just tape it down with some masking tape, I believe, the white tape, and it should help you there. Using the hairdryer again and adding the hair color, nice soft brown. And I was going to go with red. I don't remember why I decided not to. I'm sure I had a reason. I always have a reason. There's always a method to the madness when it comes to me, even if I can't remember. So, just going along, adding color. I always keep Q-tips in case I go over the lines, which I do sometimes, and you can just swipe it up and just wipe it off real quick. As long as you're quick with it, you can get most of the color if you go out the lines. So, excuse me, I have to cough. My voice wants to go. I don't know why. I mean, I have recorded this commentary several times because there's been a lot of background noises. But I believe this is the last time. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of recording this commentary. So, pretty soon I'm going to smudge that eye, and we'll see when it happens. I'm bringing out my watercolor pencils, because I didn't let it dry completely. In that eye, it's still a little wet, and when I add the shadows underneath the eyes, it adds a little too much, and it, like right there. And you can see it's smudged, because I didn't let it dry completely. So, and I try to fix it, and it doesn't really work, but I attempt to. But that's a good lesson. You have to let your layers dry. You have to. So, anyway, we are nearing the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that my commentary was not too terrible, and I hope you liked the finished product, and I hope you hit the like button. I hope you subscribe. I have so many hopes and dreams. I hope so many things. And I hope and hope and hope. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I think I've lost my mind, which is fine. It wasn't that important to begin with. So please hit the like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and check back next week, next Friday. Another video at noon. Bye!